Here we are at 145 pounds. Joe Sacco from South Plainfield in the green, and Jeff Johnson from Middlesex in the black uniform.
I think Johnson is ranked in the state. He's got 140 wins. This could be our next, one of our next best matches. They might even be in the same region. I don't know.
Johnson is a senior, and Sacco is a junior. Sacco is 22-4 on the season, so no slouch is he.
Yeah.
Sacco, the returning GMC champion at 138, and Johnson took second here at 145 pounds in the GMC last year.
And also, Johnson has made it to the States, I believe, 2 times, 2 second-place finishes, 17-16, and then in 15 he was 4th. So he is quality guys here.
Patrick Apple, the coach for Middlesex, in his 10th season with the Blue Jays.
And Bill Pavlik is back at South Plainfield after taking a hiatus for Piscataway. He got in our program going for a little while. Now he's come back home to South Plainfield.
Bill is a lifer.
Yep.
No score here at 145 pounds with 45 seconds to go in the first period. Johnson from Middlesex, Sacco from South Plainfield.
Another example here. I think Johnson's brother wrestled. There's been Saccos in South Plainfield since I had hair on my head, so it's just one of those, family type traditions here, A lot of wrestling, no panic going on here by both guys.
They go out of bounds with no score. You mentioned Piscataway, that Bill Pavlik was there for a few years. After this match, the last 3 matches of the night will all have Piscataway wrestlers in them. So
it would end up at their home field. So we'll see what happens.
Ten seconds to go here at 145. Mike?
As far as team scores go, South Plainfield now is 239. Monroe 159 with that win. Piscataway behind 152. Old Bridge 111. And Perth Amboy has moved into 5th place with their second county champion with 83 points. South River with 82.
I don't think they have much concern. This is their last opportunity to score with South Plainfield. No score in the first period. The 145-pound weight class is sponsored by Elite Wrestling, your source for competition. With 3 year-round locations, Elite Wrestling builds champions. Visit them at EliteWrestlingNJ.com. That's Elite Wrestling, the sponsor of the 145-pound weight class. We go to the second with Johnson on top in position. No score on the board. 20 seconds into the second period here at 145 pounds.
And here once again, I'd like to look at these, the most influential person for Jeff Johnson is his dad. And for Joe Sacco, it's Steve Johnson.
Johnson with a good job of riding over there without stalling. He's good. He's working to improve his position. He's trying to get the tight waist and a half in as they go out of bounds. 50 seconds gone here in the second period, but with no score.
Just so people know, back in the day when, me and Bob started off back in the 70s, high school had riding time. Mm-hmm. Then for some reason they stopped. I personally think it would eliminate a lot of stolen calls if they brought it back and prepares the kids for the next level. That's my personal opinion. Maybe I'm too old school, I don't know, but, in everything in life, you prepare the kids for their next level. So if any of these kids got to go to college, they have to know how to ride, and they definitely have to know how to get out, and I think those are some of the things that we've gone so freestyle in high school that just let the kid up. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
You have riding time in college up to 1 minute and 1 point. And you don't see a lot of pins in college. You don't see a lot of tech falls in college. So you have to be able to win those low-scoring matches. And riding 2 minutes, riding 3 minutes, getting an advantage over your opponent is part of it. It's part of the game.
And let me tell you, from personal experience as a coach and as a wrestler, when you ride somebody, you break him mentally. You break him mentally, because you have high-quality kids here being ridden out for 2 minutes. Mm-hmm. Psychologically, that kid's really got to be deep to get out of that, you know? Sacco looking for an escape here, almost. He's hopping. They have a stolen call, and there it is. 2 seconds left in the period.
He could not move up. Johnson hanging on at the end, which I understand. He had no option other than to give him the one, but he takes a stall as he hung onto the one leg. He has to bring him back down. Technically, I guess he was on his feet, so to speak, but he had to get up and control it. No score still.
No, he rode him out. So, once again, he rode Sacco out for 2 minutes. So, you know, we'll see what Sacco can do. It's how Plainfield normally is good on top, and we'll see what the strategy here is.
There was no score in the first period, so there were no takedowns. Johnson rode out Sacco in the second, and now Sacco is on top and needs to do the same thing, and if he does, we go to we go to the tiebreaker and overtime.
Well, looks like in on the leg there. Whoop.
And there's a reversal.
Flip through. Well, what happened was Johnson hooked his back leg like he was almost going to Peterson.
Right.
And I think Sacco realized that and said, well, let me try and get out and give up one instead of getting Peterson. So, you know, either way, it is what it is. It was a good call by both kids.
Yeah.
And little funk action there by Sacco.
I think Johnson set that up pretty well.
Yeah, he did. You know, you got to realize Sacco recognized what was happening. Mm-hmm. Anytime you get that inside underhook position on your leg, you got to realize that Peterson's coming. So he just figured the best way to get out of it. Here's stolen. Might be another stolen call coming here.
And he brings him back with 1 to go.
It's going to be close.
Well, at some point, with a warning already for Sacco, for Johnson rather, he may want to let him go. Give him the one,
because if he gets a
and
stolen call, then lets him go to match his tie.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, the coaches are telling him to let him up, but he's not listening. He thinks he can ride him.
He's got to bring him down. He's got, and he does cut him.
Let him go.
40 seconds to go here in regulation. A 2-1 lead for Jeff Johnson from Middlesex in the black uniform. A shot by Joe Sacco from South Plainfield, countered by Johnson. He's got another underhook.
A little conditioning factor coming in here. Sacco seems the fresher of the two right now, so we'll see how this plays out.
Yeah, he ran back to the center. Johnson a little sluggish going back there. And again, that underhook on the side, you know, if he hung on there, is that going to be a stall?
Well, he may get it. Well, Sacco's in on the near side here. Can he
let it go?
Why he let that go, I don't know.
I don't know. And they are out of bounds. I think Johnson thought he might have kept a toe in there. Just 6 seconds down. He's got to circle. He can't back up. He's got to stay strong in the center. He gets the knee, and that's going to be it.
I think so. 2-1.
Jeff Johnson from Middlesex, as Middlesex picks up its first championship in this tournament. A 2-1 win for Jeff Johnson over South Plainfield's Joe Sacco.
Score 2-1, Jeff Johnson.